compliance meeting here. And so today we have a ton of things to go over. We'll try to get it knocked out in an hour and a half. Even though I said 1 to 11 to 1, we'll probably go to 12:30, okay? And let's, feel free, there's more pizza. So as we're talking, since it's an hour and a half, feel free and get up, get food, use restroom, what have you, and then we'll get going, okay? So one of the things that we're going to cover, and I have a whole list of things we're going to cover today, but one of the things we want to cover every year is we want to make sure that we're covering some compliance items, cover what's going to go on for next year, cover how the real estate forecast is. As agents, it's good to know. So a couple of the websites I want to make sure that I always point everyone out to is that the Department of Real Estate always puts a seasonal bulletin out there, okay? As realtors ourselves, it's good to be connected with the Department of Real Estate, okay? It's good because the Department of Real Estate puts out things to look for, and they put out, little changes for the upcoming year, and they always do it sort of towards the end of each year, but they do it quarterly, okay? So for example, if I pointed out to the real estate bulletin that was put out in the spring of 2023, and a fall one is coming out here very soon, one of the things I want to point out to everyone is that we all are licensed under Department of Real Estate, okay? And being licensed under Department of Real Estate, the department puts out rules regarding tenants and homes that have tenants in there. They'll put out rules regarding advertising. So for example, one of the topics that they went over in this last bulletin was basically things you watch out for when it comes to advertising. Even though we're licensed, the companies that we, and feel free to get food, even though we're licensed, the companies that we work with, we want to also make sure that we work with companies, and if you co-advertise with these companies, to make sure that your license numbers are always on there. Like in the past year, I've seen people sometimes make these magnets that they put on cars, and sometimes you forget, or you put your license number too small, okay? And I've been seeing that. I've been seeing because some people, when they design an advertisement, or when you design a magnet to put on a car, or when you design a custom sign to put out for your listings, you can't never forget that the license number, licensed by the California Department of Real Estate, with your license number on there, can't be the smallest print on the actual sign itself. It has to be bigger than the smallest print that's on there, right? It has to be visible, it has to be there. And sometimes we forget. We even forget to put our license numbers on our emails, our email signatures. So anything that you have that's out there where you're representing yourself as a real estate agent, you gotta have your license number on there, and the license number cannot be fine print. It has to be at least bigger than the smallest print that's out there. Make sense? So, so there's little things like that. And that's one of the things that they focused on in this last bulletin, is that they've been finding people that advertise and forget or don't put the fact that they're licensed by the California Department of Real Estate, okay? And sometimes we co-advertise with other companies. Well, regardless if the other company was one that put the flyer and they just decided to put your name on there that they work with you, if they put your name on there, or your name is anywhere that has to do with real estate, whether it be an email, whether it be, and now the things that they're finding is they're starting to find things on the social media. Sometimes we'll post a property that's, that we just sold on social media. Sometimes we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we have a nice picture of a home that we just sold. To be safe, put your name and put your license number and put the company you're with on there, anything we do. Because I want to roll right into that topic, is that for 2024, one of the things that I would love to have everyone do is that, the market has been slow for the past year. Everyone agree? Yes? But the new forecast, so Druden, if you could change it to the CAR home sales price. You can see Erewhon from the beginning, the first tab here. So in October 18, 2023, they released the year-end real estate report. It basically says that, you know, home prices haven't really fallen a lot. The higher priced homes have fallen a little bit, okay? But they feel that for next year, it's going to be a normal buyer's market again. You know, they feel that the rates might inch a little lower where people can afford homes. They feel that more people are going to be buying. You know, they feel that, you know, the homes are going to normalize again. And the numbers are in there. So I said that. So if you can scroll down a little bit, they have all the little stats, active listings, this and this. Well, they feel like we're going to go into a pretty decent market next year. Well, what's the best way for a real estate agent to go into a good market? Is to start putting the foundation of your advertising and the foundation of your technology together now. Okay? Start putting the foundation of your advertising and your technology now. Okay? And what I mean by that, and these are just numbers, it probably doesn't mean a lot to you right now, but what I'm really trying to say is that the way that we did real estate, and a lot of you have been with me for a decade, 2 decades, even close to 3 decades now. You know, I mean, some of you have been with me as agents since the early 2000s, okay? And the way that we did real estate back then is a lot of word of mouth. But you know who's doing the most volume right now? The people that actually embrace technology, okay? The funny thing about it is technology here is free, and you could program the technology to do almost everything for you. And technology doesn't forget. Technology doesn't get sick. Technology doesn't lose track of time, doesn't get busy. Technology can work for you if you just go and do it and try it. You know, a big announcement is now I have obviously Sammy, but then I have Sadruddin, who's back, and he's actually online directing, controlling everything right now. And so for 2024, we Berkshire Hathaway, and we're launching some really, really powerful technology tools. Okay? And it's all available to you at no cost. All I'm asking the company to do is, everyone, let's adopt new technology and new systems to get you so much more business. Please come in. There's chairs here. Come in. Sit down. Okay. So there's embrace the new technology. Okay. So I'm gonna show it to you, and then we're gonna start, and then I'm gonna have you work directly with Sam and Sadruddin to get those things up and running for you. Okay. And here, let me show you where it is. So if you go ahead, Sadruddin, go to the last tab there, BHS Connect, okay? And let's go ahead and start right from the beginning. Let's go ahead and back up so we can show people where to go. Let's go ahead and back up, Sam, and let's go. Okay. So this is where you go. So this is our back office right here. Okay. Write down the address, bhhserbackoffice.com. Okay. So BHHS is Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Okay. ER is Elite Real Estate. So BHSS. BHHSERbackoffice.com. Okay. When you're there, there's some really, really cool links for you. Okay?
Okay, now to sign into that.
No, this is open. You don't need to sign in anything. Okay?
Oh, okay.
All right? But where you do want to go is, these are some things that I encourage all of you to start using. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's do Resource Center first. Let's go do our Resource Center first. Okay? All of you should have a login for your Resource Center for Berkshire. Okay? If you don't, it's very easy. Just ask Sam or Sajudin and we'll get you their login information. Okay? When you're in the Resource Center, because I'm just going to give you some tips on what to do, okay? In your Resource Center, okay, there's these little buttons on top. In these buttons you see here, there's a Marketing Resource Center, there's a Social Media Resource Center, okay, there's a Video Resource Center, there's your CRM, there's your Learn Center, okay, and this year I'm just going to challenge you to start learning how to do the Marketing Resource Center and the Social Media Resource Center. Okay, you can learn how to do everything else. All right, but I'm just going to challenge everyone to start learning how to use the Marketing Resource Center. Okay, at least. Okay, because the Marketing Resource Center is connected with your Social Media Resource Center. So let's talk about that for a minute. Okay. You know, I know that all of you have heard or used Facebook. I know that you've heard of Instagram. I know that you've heard of TikTok. I know you've heard of those kind of things. Okay? But one of the questions we always ask is, well, I use it, but I don't know how to create content. Well, here's one thing. If you go to the Marketing Resource Center, okay, and we go down, in the Marketing Resource Center, you're going to have these little links, okay? Marketing a property, anytime you get a listing and you want to market a property, you go here. There's all your marketing for when you do your open house, your listings, okay, commercial real estate, all right, new development, sphere of influence, luxury marketing, personal marketing. So why don't we just go ahead and just go to our ads over here, Stan. Okay? All right. So when you go to the ads and you ask yourself, what do I want to send out? Do you know that in this ad right here, let's scroll down to just just scroll down to one of our newsletters. Just pull up just one of the newsletters. Okay? And you can just go to search and just put a newsletter right there on top. Search right there, newsletter. Not newsletter, newsletter. No, there's no space between the two. There you go. Okay, just click on with this one right here. All right. And then let's go to get started and just type whatever news, whatever. Okay. There you go. Samudin Nazruddin right here. His picture's there, his information's there, everything. So let me ask everyone something. It takes you 1 minute, 2 minutes to put a picture that you like, a phone number, and a name. And it took us less than 20 seconds to open up a newsletter, click on it, and immediately your information and your newsletter is done. Immediately it's done. Okay? If you go and you click on whatever, let's say you want to go onto Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Okay, let's click on Facebook, whatever. Okay? And then we're not going to go through it, but if you click on Facebook or you click on email or what have you, let's say you click on email, all you have to do after you click on email, so go back and click on email, Sam, is it just ask you what list do you want to email it to and when you want to send it out, and within a minute, okay, you have created your newsletter. And when is it that you want to send it out? You can send it out immediately, or you can send it out in a week or two, whenever, okay? It will send out to everyone that you want on your list. It could be your whole database of 1,000, 5,000, 500 emails that you have. All 500 people will get your newsletter with your name, And the wonderful thing about it is it's written by professionals. So you're not saying anything that's discriminating. You're not saying anything that's a lie. You're giving people valuable information. So go back to the newsletter. And every newsletter, every single month, are written by professionals, and it's written for that season. Okay? So if you click on the newsletter, and we look at the topics of the newsletter, okay? The topic is all about working with rental homes, okay? It talks about, it's compelling real estate news, okay? Scroll down, it talks about mortgage market. It gives you an update on where the interest rates are, okay? Don't go too fast, I can't keep up with you here, okay? So winter's great, time to sell your home. Why selling a home in winter is good. You know, you should test air quality of your home, test your air quality of your home. What I would love to see everyone in here do, because you all have different clients, is every single month, spend 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, and send out a newsletter to everyone you know, and the newsletter is personalized for you. It's 5 minutes of your time every single month. But your client, your customer, every single month gets a professional newsletter from you every single month. Gets a professional newsletter from you every single month. The newsletter has always great information. It always has information that's made for that month. It gives them updates of how the industry's doing mortgage-wise, updates on real estate-wise, and it's just a 5-minute thing we do every single month. Okay? Maybe what we do is the first day of every month. Okay? We just take out 1 hour of our time on a first day of every month and say, hey, I'm just going to do all of my emails and my technology and my marketing center 1 hour every single month. You know, we're in this business full time. 1 hour per month is not that big an investment. But I bet you if you did it, you'd increase your volume by at least a sale a month, at least, or 2. Because why? Because it shows you something. It shows you how to be very consistent. Does it make sense? There's a newsletter being made. It takes you a few minutes. Your name's on it. It's professional. It's there for you every single month. Please, come in. Have a seat. Don't stand in the hallway. Yeah.
Does it have an unsubscribe button on it? Or do you
Yeah,
have to-
everything they send out has unsubscribe buttons and everything, okay?
Yeah,
And it's all done professionally,
okay.
all right? So what I'm trying to say is, that's only one thing. That's only one thing, because we're going to go even beyond that, because I wanted to teach you how to do this, okay? Let's go back, Sam. And for those of you who want to take it a little bit further, all right, let's go to the Marketing Resource Center. Sam, let's go to the Marketing Resource Center. And let's go to just ads in general. I just want to just go to ads in general. Okay. And let's get out of the resort ads. Just go just the normal. Okay, normal. Okay, ads. All right. So in this system, in our marketing center, they have what they call campaigns. Okay, they have what they call campaigns. Okay, let me tell you what a campaign is. All right, a campaign in here is that, let's say every month, just for 1 hour, you go and you say, you know what, I'm going to create my campaign for the month. All right, the system. So what day is coming up pretty soon here?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, and what else is coming up? Veterans Day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Veterans Day is coming up next week. Then Thanksgiving is coming up in a couple weeks, right? Well, guess what they create for us? The Marketing Center has always, any event coming up, they always have it for the month, and it's always early. It's always early. If you want that 1 or 2 hours every week or every month, you just go in, you pick and choose you pick and choose the message you want to send out. The moment you click on it, your information is already there. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute of clicking, you could schedule sending it out. Happy Veterans Day. So let's say Sammy just created it on his account. Within a minute, Veterans Day, honoring all who serve, honoring our heroes this Veterans Day. To all brave service members who have answered the call to protect and defend our nation, we salute you. Thank you for your unwavering dedication and sacrifice. From Sam, Berkshire Hathaway. Matter of seconds, you send it out. You see, in all of my years, look, some of us, we've been together for 30 years now, or 20-something years now. You know, all these years, you know that, you know, we've had always hundreds of agents, and we know what we're doing, okay? And the crazy thing about it is that the secret to being a top producer, I'll tell you guys, the secret to being a top producer is not being the most handsome, because I'm not. It's not being the tallest. It's not being able to speak the best. It's none of those things. You know what the secret to being a top producer is? Is the most touches that you have. And I'm not saying physically go touch people. I'm saying that easily, the most times people see an ad from you, hear from you, get a text from you, the more times people see you, okay, the more you become the top of their mind, okay? It's very easy. Like I remember, and this has always worked, and I've told you this story before. You know, one time I had this one agent who got started, just first got started, he's all excited. And he wanted to send out these flyers. And so he went out there, made these flyers, they weren't even that nice, and he sent out 10,000 flyers to a neighborhood and got 0 calls. 0. And so he came back to me and said, hey, my flyers don't work. Mailings don't work. And I said, well, what did you do? Well, yeah, I got a list from the title company, 10,000 homes, and I hired this company to do the mailing. I sent them the list, and they mailed my flyer to 10,000 homes, and no one called me. And I said, well, in reality, I'm not surprised that no one called you, because it was the very first flyer that you sent out, and you're a stranger to everyone. I told him, if I were you, I would have just sent out 1,000 flyers to 1,000 homes 10 times. Okay? Because 10,000 people getting one flyer all goes in the garbage. 1,000 people get one flyer every other week 10 times. You'll be surprised. Every week that next flyer comes out, you'll get more and more calls, because this is what happens, okay? When you meet someone for the very first time, they're a stranger. When you send something to someone the very first time, it is garbage. When you meet someone a second time, even when you go to a gym and you see someone a second time, you start creating an impression. The first impression that you create is, oh, I saw that person last week. That's the only impression that you gave. Okay? That's the only impression. Next week you go back to the gym, you see that person again. And the first time you ignore it. The second time you said, oh, they're here again. Still meaningless, but they're here again. The third time you saw them, say, wow, this person's pretty good. They're consistent like me. Fourth time, wow, they're very consistent. Fifth time, you might go up to them and say, hey, I see you every time. This is the 5th time I've seen you. You guys want to work out together because you and me seem to be here at the same time. And by the 6th, 7th time you see them, you become friends. You talk to them. All because you saw them 4 or 5 times. I'm telling you, the first time you send someone anything, it goes into the garbage. The second time, it might still go into the garbage, but it catches your attention. Oh, I saw them last time. The third time, they start building an opinion, and the opinion is that This is consistent. I don't get 3 things from someone in every other week. The 4th time, they think, oh, if I had someone who wanted to buy or sell a home, I'd send it to this guy because this guy's good. He sent me 4 things. Every other week I get something from him. By the 5th or 6th time they see something from you, they think you're a star. So let me ask everyone something so you understand. Use psychology. Let me ask everyone something. Believe it or not, real estate services like ours is all the same price. You guys understand that? Services like ours is all the same price. If I went down this room and I asked any single one of you, what's your price? Chances are most of you are going to give me the same exact answer. Listing 5%, 4.5% if they're my friend or family member or friend, 4% if I really want to impress them, but 5 to 6% is what I'm worth. Okay? Okay? Most of you, when you're representing a buyer, again, you're the same price because we're paid by the seller. There's nothing different about your price versus someone else's price. Okay? If I asked you a question, if I were to give you an opportunity, okay, to go into a dealership and get any car for free, and they had the Mercedes S550 or 600, $150,000 car versus a C-class Mercedes or a A-class Mercedes that's $30,000, and if it was for free, most of us, even though we may not like the bigger Mercedes, most of us would get the bigger Mercedes, and if we don't like it, we'll sell it, get the money, and buy 5 of the other cars, right? Or we just take the high-end Mercedes anyways. Do you understand that our buyers and sellers, they know that all of our services are roughly the same price? Listing 4.5%, 5%, 6%. Buyer services, we get paid by the seller. So why would a client pick a normal everyday agent versus picking the superstar? Why? They wouldn't. For you to become, in their eyes, a superstar, and for them to choose you instead of someone else, could be as easy as sending out 1 newsletter to them every single month. Because at least you know they get something from you every single month. You know that every year they see you 12 times. Okay? If you are even better than that, and they say, if you're able to touch them 4 or 5 times a month, that means that in a year you're touching them 40, 50, 60 times. They see you somewhere. See, people don't need to buy a home every single year. People don't need a loan every single year. Okay? But people are around other people. And when you're around other people, you bump into people that need a home, to sell a home. You bump into people moving all the time. And in those conversations, if you made an impression on the current people you have, and someone's talking about real estate, they're going to say, hey, call Hendrik, call Liz, call Praveen, call Tammy, call Manjinder, because I see them all the time. They're always on Facebook. They're always emailing me newsletters. Because one of the things that you're going to forget is you're going to forget that if you don't do this, they're going to lose your number. They're going to forget. They're going to forget. The worst feeling that you're ever going to have is when you find out that a cousin of yours or an auntie of yours or some family member of yours just bought $1 million home. Hey, feel free and come inside. We have seats in the front here. Come in. Don't sit back out there, okay? But the worst feeling you're ever going to have, okay, there's a chair right here. The worst feeling you're ever going to have is when a family member of yours buys $1 million home, and they bought that $1 million home because they forgot that you were an agent. And don't tell me that's never happened. Don't tell me that's never happened. People forget. You know, it's a spur of the moment thing. They forget. my challenge to you is for 2024, if it only takes you a few minutes, at least every single month, it's free. Go into your back office and send something out. One time a month. Just go in there and send something out. It takes you a second. You say, Robert, what's the challenge? The challenge is call Sam, have Sajrudin, our longtime tech before, he's great, have him link your email database to the back office. We only need to do it one time, okay? Put your picture and create your profile on your back office. And once you've done that, anytime you want to send out anything, just go in, pick something, send it out. The one thing all of you should send out every month is the newsletter, okay? And when you send it out, you know that some of you, your email database isn't as big as your friends list on Facebook. Did you know that you could go into any item of the thousands of items that are in here? You could go to any item and post it onto your Facebook within seconds. Hey, Christmas coming up, put a Merry Christmas from you as a representative for Berkshire Hathaway on your Facebook. Thanksgiving is coming up. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Okay? Veterans Day coming up. Okay? You have a listing? Post it on there. Right? There's just sold. You know that the system is so sophisticated that if you go into the listing area, these systems are connected to your MLS. If you have a listing, all you have to do is type in the MLS number. All the pictures on MLS go right into your flyer. They go right into your flyer. And you pick the ones, you choose the ones you want to put on there. And then you click another button. You send that listing to your whole database. You click on a button. You post your listing on a professional flyer right into your Facebook. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Does it make sense? See, the key this year is, just remember that word, touches. Try to at least touch every single one of your contacts at least 12 times a year. Once a month, send out your newsletter. Even better than that, okay? Once a month, once a week, go into your marketing center, pick something fun and send it out. Turn success into a habit. Make sense? Now you want something even more powerful than that? You know, Berkshire Hathaway just launched one of the most powerful marketing tools on the planet. Okay? One of the most, they teamed up with KV Core, and now it's all offered to you. Okay? Now, the KV Core is serious success technology for you. Because you know what the KV Core does? The KV Core gives you, all right, the ability to communicate with the client. So everyone, you guys hear about this thing coming up in the world called AI, artificial intelligence, AI. Well, basically the KV Core is a very close thing to AI, okay? Can you imagine for 2024 you setting it up to have your business running on artificial intelligence? Because you know what the AI systems do? They will communicate with your client using an auto response system. Okay? So I'll give you an example of an auto response system. All right? So we set up the website for you, right? Your website's set up. And then anyone that goes onto your website, or anyone that goes onto a link where you send them to, anyone that sends you any kind of communication, the system starts communicating. Okay? Anyone that becomes your client, anyone that you start working with, like let's say you meet someone, the system becomes your client, like your personal artificial intelligence assistant. I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, you meet a new client. You go into the system and you register your client as a new client. It could even be you just meet someone, you tell them you're a realtor, you exchange the information, and you go home that day and you just type their name, phone number, and their information in there. And you know what the system does? And you list them as a potential new lead. The system goes in there and it'll send an email out saying, hey, so nice meeting you. I want to give you a little bit of information about myself. I want to tell you about the experience that I have, whatever it is, right? And then a week later, the system automatically emails them saying, hey, I just want to follow up and check in with you, see how you're doing. And it will do it. And you just choose a campaign. You want to choose an aggressive campaign, it will send them an email and they think it's coming from you every single week for the entire year. If you don't want too aggressive a campaign, it'll send something out every other week or every month. But can you imagine everyone you meet, everyone that's in your database, it gets the system and it even takes their first name. Hi, John, how are you? And it was, like last month we met, how's everything been? Let me give you an update on what's going on. And every month it sends it out, or every other week it sends it out. These are called campaigns. And it'll send out things like, oh, hey, by the way, I just wanted to send you a link. If you ever want to see what a home is worth, click here. And then they click there and it takes you to our auto CMA. And the auto CMA runs a full CMA on their property when they enter the house's information. And the moment it runs a CMA on the property, it sends them the CMA. And then a new campaign gets started. It's called People Who Are Interested to Sell Their Home. And then it will automatically email them every other week to see what they thought about the values and give them more information on the market. See, that's something that none of us really have the time to do manually. Manually, we don't have time to email someone every other week. Manually, we don't have time to keep following up with people. Manually, we have no time to do that.
Now, where is the link for them to get the automated CMA?
Yeah, it's right here. So let's go back to the BHX back office and go to KV Corp Agent Lead Generation Dashboard.
Okay.
And when you're in the KV Core, you set up your campaigns right there. And all you have to do is you just pick the campaign you want to send, you put the information to the people, and as you see, look, for example, for fun. Here's a campaign, okay, just for fun. You could do, and this is obviously you don't want to do this campaign, but this campaign, the moment you put something in the campaign, it'll send out a text from your phone. Can you imagine the campaign sent out a text just saying hi, thank you. Then it'll send out, it can send out a call message from you, it can send out an email from you, default email, another text, another call, an email. That's how crazy our systems are. I mean, you could have it programmed to text. You could have it programmed to email. I'm not sure if you want them to call with a message that you record. But that's 2024. We're not in 2000 anymore. We're not in 2005, even 2010. With the advancement of artificial intelligence and systems, you could have things being automatically done for you that will turn you into an absolute superstar. We're going into a market next year that's going to be a buyer's market. Homes, I think, are going to deflate a little bit. Interest rates are going to go down a little bit. Okay, for those of you who do REOs, we might start seeing more of those a little bit.
We're already seeing some reduction,
Yeah,
like in condos,
yeah,
okay, and in the top prices.
yeah. The top prices for sure, because people can't be buying a $2 million home on a 7% interest rate, you know. And so the thing is that what I'm trying to say is that use the tools and technology we have. All I ask you to do to get it started is reach out to Sam, and Sam will work with you, with Sajrudin, that's his brother. We're all a team again, and we will help you get set up where this is going to be a piece of cake for every single one of you. Use technology and make it turn into a piece of cake for you. Does it make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I have a question. So this website right here, is it connected to the CRM?
Yeah, it's all connected together.
Your email. So when you say it sends back, is it only when people inquire about how much the home is and they go after that person once or twice a week, or?
No, see, the system is smart. It knows who inquires about their property. Then the people who are interested in selling, that part of the CRM kicks in. If it's just general leads, then it's going to send out messages as though they're a lead, you know, just to keep you in front of them. Okay? It's just to keep you in front of them. And then you can customize anything that you do in here. You know, I mean, if you know you're sending something out, then at least spend an hour looking at it. So if someone responds, at least you know what it said, you know, right? And we'll show you how to do that. You know, matter of fact, if you go back this year into let's go back to just our resource center right there, Sam, the resource center. And you go to the Learn Center. If you go to Learn Center, right there. In our Learn Center, there are weekly live trainings, okay? But then there are weekly live trainings, but they are on-demand classes that teach you how to do this in the back office, and you don't technically have to wait for Sammy and Sajrudin to set it up for you. You can do it yourself. You know, you go down there, they have 17 classes on real estate planning, okay? There's classes on coaching. There's classes on, there's all these classes on technology. There's classes on recruiting. There's classes on using the back office. There's all these classes, and they're all on demand.
And how do we get here
How
again?
do you get this?
It's on your resource center.
Okay, yeah, but how did you get there?
Resource
Oh,
center is
okay.
bhhsresource.com.
Okay,
All of you should have your login for it.
and then where did you
If you
get
don't
the
have a
learning
login
center?
for it, ask Sam, he'll give you a login for it. And all these classes are free.
From there, what do you click? I can't see.
You just go BHH Resource and you go to Learn Center, and those are all the classes. Yeah. So it's funny. You know, there's like this spoof movie on Netflix called Scary Movie, but it was like the comedy of Scary Movie. And in that comedy, you know, there's the axe murderer chasing the lead actress, and she's in the kitchen, and she ran to get something to protect herself, and you know, on the table was a knife, a gun, a bazooka, and a banana. And she ran in there to protect herself, and she grabbed the banana. She could have grabbed a knife, she could have grabbed a gun, she could have grabbed a bazooka. She grabbed a banana. Come on in, there's a seat right here. Come on in. All right? She grabbed a banana. You know, the funny thing is that in this business, you have all these tools available to you. Okay? You have powerful tools like the back office, the marketing center, you have your auto-respond, you have the AI technology. If all you're doing is depending on when you walk around, you hand out your business card, you're literally working with a banana. Okay? You're literally working with a banana. Use technology. You know, it's funny because you see people using, you know, Facebook. They're using Instagram. You know that. You know, like one of the things that blows me away. Okay, blows me away. Is my son has a friend. All right, and he started a little business. Just a little business selling, like, you know, like he's into nutrition, so he started his little business selling nutritional stuff. Okay, and he started selling these nutritional products. He created a website, and it's his friend. And all of a sudden, you know, what he did was he hired a couple of like Instagram influencers and gave them like a few $100s, and they started mentioning his product on their Instagram. These people happen to have, you know, 100,000 followers, and I don't even understand that world. But so these Instagrammers started mentioning this guy's nutritional product. He's been doing it for like a year now. And you know what he makes? He makes a couple $1,000, $2,000 or $3,000
Month.
a day. A day. This guy is 20 years old.
Now, how did he find the influencers?
Huh?
How did he know who the influencers?
Easy. Just go in there and find the most popular influencers.
Find
you know?
people who have large
Yeah, who
followings
just
and-
have people. You know, people post anything on Instagram and TikTok,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
So he just found a few influencers. Say, hey, you know, I'll give you a few $100s. Can you just mention my product? And then pretty soon he just started taking on. Now he's selling these. So like people like, you know, like he's like into working out. So every time he works out, you know, he posted and this and that. And so all he did was he got some nutritional products, put it on a website, had some influencers on TikTok, and they what now he's making a couple $1,000s a day. A day. Because why? And then his side, you just go and click, and yeah, just come in and have a seat. It just goes. He just goes. People go in there, click, and when they click, he just has a fulfillment center, does all the fulfillment. So all the stuff that he buys from Asia. He sends it to the fulfillment center, right? The fulfillment center is like an Amazon, right? And the fulfillment center keeps and stores all of his products there, and then
And they ship them.
and it ships everything. It fulfills. It's called a
He
fulfillment
doesn't
center.
do-
He doesn't do nothing.
Well, he orders the stuff, pays for it, and sends it to the
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And then make sure
And every single day, a couple
stuff gets
$1,000.
posted.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Hendrick, we are in the wrong business sometimes. You know, like sometimes, like for example, that girl, Kylie Jenner, she's like 20 some right now, right? When she was 21, she was the youngest billionaire ever. Billion with a B. Richer than Kim Kardashian, richer than LeBron James at 21. Richer than LeBron James. Okay? How did she become so rich? Because she was an influencer. She had 200, 300 million followers. For her, she charges $1 million a mention. That means that she says she likes something, it's $1 million. How long does it take to type in, I like this?
She didn't even type it. She had somebody else do it.
Yeah. You know, and so that's the crazy thing. I mean, you look at that little boy, Vietnamese boy, okay? Ryan Toy Reviews. For a long time, Ryan Toy Reviews, he was one of the richest YouTubers on the planet. And he's 6 years old. His mom is a nurse. His mom buys him toys. He plays with them. She videotapes him for playing with the toy. And then he says he likes it, he doesn't like it. They post it on YouTube. And almost every single time, millions and millions of people watch those videos. This kid was making $5-10 million a month on all the YouTube views. You know, what I'm trying to say is that there is a power in social media that you should not ignore. The tools that we have in Berkshire Hathaway make you posting things on social media so easy. You just go in to the marketing center So Sam, go in there one last time before I move on to the next topic. Okay? This year, I challenge everyone to just, if you're going to learn anything, you don't even need to learn the advanced CRM with the AI. Now, should you? I bet you the first 10 people in our office that learns the advanced AI capabilities of KV Core, you will end up a year from now a major producer if you just put it to action. Because that has the artificial intelligence built into it. That has all the auto-responding, all the work for you already built in. All I do say is I challenge you to meet with Sam, come into the office. He's full-time here. Come to office, meet with Sam, and they'll set it up for you, and you're off and running, okay? But the KV Core, it does do one thing. If you're in KV Core, it will send you reminders that you have work to do every single day. It's also an accountability system. Yeah, so it'll stay on top of you.
Is it KV Core or Conversion?
No, it's KV Core. We just went with Berkshire's KV Core. So Berkshire just upgraded us to KV Core, okay? So it's the latest, greatest thing. It has AI in it, okay? So I challenge you to do it. And all you have to do, it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is meet with Sam, have Sajruddin, his brother, jump on. We'll set up the KV Core for you, okay? But if you're not that as hardcore as that, I challenge you just to go to the ad, Sam, just to go in there and learn the Marketing Center. It's less than 30 minutes to an hour a month that you have to do. A month that you have to do. And then every month, set what you want to send out. Because all you do is you just pick the items you want to send out, schedule it, and it'll just go out. Pick the newsletter, pick the material you want to send out, pick the day you want to send out, and it'll send it out. But the one little bit of thing you have to do is you have to have Sam or Sajruddin, or you, if you're techie, or your son, or your daughter, or someone who's techie, just link your email with the Marketing Center. That's it. That's all we ask. All you do is you link your email with the Marketing Center. It's via CSV file. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. If you don't do it yourself, just do it yourself. If not, have Sajruddin go in there and he'll do it for you real quick. Okay?
There's a chat button at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? In all of these, there's a chat button on the bottom. The people from Berkshire Hathaway are there live. They'll walk you through it. If you want to click on the chat button, they'll just walk you through it. So it's really easy, okay? All right? So those are a couple of things that we want to go over. So so let me ask everyone. Is marketing important? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are these pretty professional and powerful tools? Yes or no?
Yes.
So are we going to at least try to do it this coming year?
Yes.
Hope so, okay? All right? You know, we say it, but we hope so, okay? All right, we hope so. All right. So we're going to move on for that. Next topic, and I'm trying to get this done in the next 30 or 40 minutes, okay? The next topic I want to talk to you about is expanding. You know, expanding your capabilities in 2024, okay? You know, one of the greatest things that I ever did, okay, in my career is when I realized that McDonald's wasn't all about burgers and fries, it was also about chicken nuggets. Okay? One of the greatest things that you could ever do in your career is technically just expand what you're able to do. You know, one of the things I want to challenge the people in our company for 2024 is to literally take 2 weeks and get your mortgage license. I literally want to challenge the company for 2024 to just, man, once and for all, it's not an easy test. It's hard, right? If you don't study. But I challenge you to get your mortgage license. In this room right now, raise your hand if you have your mortgage license. Raise your hand.
You guys are the smart guy.
Yeah, see?
I think twice.
1/4 of the room has their mortgage license. The other 3/4 should. And this is what I mean by that. Jason, let me ask you something. Was getting your mortgage license one of the best things you ever did?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I know you've closed at least 100 loans, right?
Honestly, don't know. Probably at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I mean, the thing is that what I'm trying to say is, how about Lax? You is getting your mortgage license an incredible thing? Yes or no? Yeah, right. Guys, the reason I say that is this. The reason I say that is this. Okay. Normally, real estate comes with a loan. Normally, real estate comes with a loan. Okay. Most clients, and look at my fingers here. Okay. And this is from experience. Look at my fingers. When you work with a real estate client, I'm going to give you a statistic. Over 80% of the time, according to the National Association of Realtors, the client that buys a home from you never buys a second home from you or even sells their home with you. When you have a deal, that's your one deal you get, and you're moving on to get another deal from someone else. Okay? Why do you think people that sell insurance try to sell you the home, the auto, and the life? Because they know if you only have one type of insurance with the company, chances are you're only with them for a year. You have two types of insurance with the company, and they even give you a bulk discount, chances are you'll stay with them for more than 5 years. And if you have 3 types of insurance company with them, most of the time you stay with them for life. See, when you offer someone one service, and that service is helping them buy a home, 80% of the time you'll never see them again. But when you offer them the real estate and mortgage service, and now you intimately understand them, you start out with 2 transactions from the start, but during the 10-year it takes them to buy another home, you might refinance them once, 2, 3, 4 times. And finally, when they're ready to sell their home and you've been helping them throughout the years, you get another listing and you get another sale, 8 deals. See, we're in this business for the long run. You want the client to be able to call on you when they need things other than just a house. People need a house once every 10 years. They need money all the time. Okay? And so people run into someone else that buys a home once in a while, but people run into other people who are friends of theirs that need money all the time. See, when people have their equity in a house, they don't just refinance their home to get a better rate. They take money out because they need to pay things in their lives, like backyard, kids' education, whatever it is. People need money, and a lot of people's money is in their equity. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that you are already licensed to do real estate. Did you know that getting your mortgage license is only 20 hours of sitting in front of a computer and clicking away? You know that after you do that, you just go take an exam. Some of you are good at taking exams, some of you are not, then just keep taking it. You know, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, we're in a world where the more services you can provide to a customer, okay, the more they're going to refer you to more people, and the more they keep coming back. Okay? Matter of fact, we even have a discount code. Right, Sam?
Yeah.
Go to the website. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do it. If you go to this website, mortgageeducators.com, just mortgageeducators.com, okay? Mortgageeducators.com, all right? And you want to apply for the new license, okay? They have a special, and which one is it they sign up for, Sam? Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you order now. Okay. Pick this program right here, and then put in our discount code. Just pretend to sign up for the class. Okay. And it basically says you want to finish the class in 3 days, 5 days, whatever it is. Okay. You want to do the 20-hour DRE. Okay. Okay. Add to the cart. Okay. And then we have a coupon code. PACWM. PACWM. So write this down. PACWM. And apply coupon. Look. It went from $575.89. Okay? And this is their ultimate package with all the study materials and everything, okay? Everything. Their ultimate package, $215.77. And that's their ultimate package. With all the study materials and everything. We got discount for. Yes?
I didn't get that, so what I got was whatever I paid for. Are you still doing the reimbursement
For what?
for the classes that I've already paid for?
Yeah, well, when you pass your exam and close your first loan. Yeah, yeah. And basically, you getting your license, just remember what you paid for your classes. When you close your first loan, I reimburse you for your class, okay? What I'm trying to do is I'm saying, guys, it's so easy. Just get it. Just get it. Yes.
I have another question. This is probably based on like case by case, but for those of you that close a loan and you're also representing.
Hey, guys, someone's talking. Hello? Peter. Shh. Jacob, they're talking.
So for you, those of you that are closing or a lender and also a buyer's agent, when you guys do the double, does that often that work or?
Yeah, the answer is you can be a loan officer and a realtor on any loan that's not FHA.
You can actually be the listing agent, the buyer's agent. I just closed one like that with the land loan officer.
Yeah.
No, they changed them last year. You can't be both on FHA.
Oh, really? Oh, great. So you can be both on FHA as well?
Yep.
Then you know better than me. I thought it was FHA. So the answer is you could be the lender, the loan officer, and the realtor on all deals, right, Jacob?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
All
They
deals.
changed that FHA guideline this year.
Okay, great. All deals.
What are the advertising restrictions? Can you include that on your business card?
Yeah. Yeah, well, no. On your business card, have a separate business card for loans and have a separate one for real estate. Okay? Because it is two different functions, right? I know we want to save that extra.
There's also too many numbers to put on one card.
Excuse me?
Do we have a home lender or whichever lender we?
We're both. I'm my own lender, but then I have 50 lenders I work with too. Okay? So we're in-house lender and we're also a broker. So we have both.
Berkshire Hathaway and Rebecca?
No, not Berkshire. Elite Mortgage.
Oh, mortgage.
Elite Mortgage. My company is Elite Mortgage. Yeah.
Marvelous.
Same clients, like the real for the property, and then it's the same client.
Yeah. Because all of them. Because the reason why is you already met with them. You already met with them. You're writing up the contract. When you're there, man, you just open up your laptop or website, send them a link. They fill in their information. These days, the loan applications are all paperless. These days, they give us authorization, run credit, do all that stuff, all paperless. Okay, man, you have a link. They fill it out. They don't even give us their W-2s and stuff anymore. They just upload it themselves. They just attach it and upload it. You know, I mean, we are in 2024 these days. How often do you ever touch paper, Jacob?
Not that often.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
so-
talking with Jason yesterday about the last time I used a printer. I couldn't even think about it, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, just so you know, the loans have gotten so streamlined these days. We haven't really touched paper anymore, okay? So what I'm trying to say to you guys is that right now you think it's all this paperwork. There's no paper. You know, like before we have to collect W-2s, 1099s. No. These days we send them a link and they just go into their back office and they just attach it and they just upload it right into the link. So where it says pay stub, they upload it to pay stub. And then as they're uploading it, it checks the boxes for you. So what is missing? It says, oh hey, you're still missing this one item. You know, that's how loans are these days, guys. You know, so for you not to do it, it's insane. But you're doubling even tripling your income sometimes because you get more refinances, you get all this stuff, you get all that. Look, it's $200. We went right into the mortgage educator site, signed up for it, put PACWM as a discount code. You get 62.5% off the price of the class. What's stopping you? Okay? The exam, of course. But the thing is, Ben, just try it. Okay, try it. All right, you will not regret it. But I do have someone I want to introduce you to. as you're waiting or you want to just see how our company knows how to do loans, you know, we have our in-house processor who sits right here. Okay. One of the great things about one of our processors, so we have two major processors in our company. We have Amy, and we have Jacob. Okay. Amy is processor only, and she works with our top loan officers. But Jacob also works with some of our top loan officers. But Jacob is also a loan officer as well. So for the agents that are in here that want to get the experience of keeping the loan here, that means that Jacob's here full time. He'll come up here, Jacob. I want to introduce you to Jacob. Jacob is here full time. His office is right there in the corner, all right? And he's a licensed loan officer for our company as well, right here. But he's been one of our senior processors for many years now. So for any of you who just does real estate, but you want to get that experience of doing a loan or having us do a loan, the big advantage to us is that it's done here. Credit is pulled here. The file is kept here. Jacob is here every day. We have over 50 lenders we work with, and Jacob knows how to work both our broker channel, but Jacob also knows how to work our lender channel. In the past year, we became our own lender. Does it make sense? So I have my own warehouse line. And so because of that, you know, we are our own lender and we're a broker. So we have both opportunities here at our company. So I want to introduce you. This is Jacob, all right? If you don't mind, Jacob,
Yeah.
what is the best phone number for someone to reach you? And then Sammy, if you could type that on there, please.
Yeah, actually, well, I'm Jacob Grubb. I've been with Robert for about 4 years now, his head processor for his mortgage company, Pacific Wholesale Mortgage. I work with everyone at Elite 2, don't discriminate between the companies. My phone number, 916-956-3146.
One more time, please.
And then we're gonna
916.
make that really big right here for you, okay?
Okay.
956-3146.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been with him for about 4 years now, and I've been licensed for 3, and across both of the companies, just in the last 3 years, we've done over 500 transactions. 500 transactions that I have been processing. So, like you guys know, your first real estate deal, you don't know as much as your 50th or your 100th or anything. So, just wanted to let you guys know that there's a mortgage professional in the office all the time. And I'm always here to help as well. I love helping people. I know that there's some loan officers and realtors that are in the office, and they know that they can just come by my office, ask any sort of a question. And also with Pacific Wholesale, we have full training, so you can be fully trained to be a loan officer as well. Or you can, like he said, just get the 20 hours done, get your license, and then just hop right into it. And we can work to get it done no matter what.
So one of the things that I know that you're worried about, okay, is that, I already am busy with my everyday work. I'm already busy with my real estate transactions. I don't want to add another big feather in my cap and have to learn how to do that. The reason why I want to introduce you to Jacob is because he's here full time, okay? And as you transition into loans, he does full service processing. As long as you can do the basic license work, that means talk to your client, give them the rate, answer minor questions they have. Jacob can do all the heavy lifting in the background because he is our senior processor. Believe it or not, it's not that much work if Jacob does full service processing. Does it make sense? It is literally get it started, let the client know what the rates are. Jacob is also licensed, so he could actually speak with client too. And so we have full service. That means that, can you imagine adding an extra 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour of work on each one of your files but making another full loan commission, but give your client the ability to come to you for anything real estate and loans? So we have a full service option with Jacob. So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to make it easy for you, but at the same time, you want to transition into loans, you can start working with Jacob now. So you see what it's like. Does it make sense? And then once you get your license, Jacob will be your senior processor that you work with. And so you already have that working relationship. You understand how they work. He's here full time in there. So we're trying to make this world as easy for you as possible. 2024, do not handcuff yourself. How in the world are you going to compete with someone who does both loans and real estate? How in the world can you compete with that? You know, the reason I'm saying that is someone who does just both loans and real estate can literally, in a problem situation, say, you know what, I'll credit you 1% of my commission because since I'm going to be helping you with both, I'll help you with your closing costs to make this deal work. If the real estate commission is the only thing you're making, you don't want to say that. Because you just don't have the money to work with to say that. Does it make sense? But if you know this client is a buyer, this client is a borrower, this client's going to come back for future refinances, man, you just might end up doing the loan for free to win the deal. Does it make sense? So what I'm trying to say is you can't compete. The person that has, how many people in here bundle your insurance? You have home and auto at the same place. And why do we choose to do that? It's because they give us 25% off both if we bundle it. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
You're allowed to bundle a service called real estate and loans. Why would you not do that? You know, why would you not have a service that you're allowed to get a license to do? And it's real estate and mortgage go together like peanut butter and jelly. You know, why just have a jelly sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich when you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Why buy a burger without fries? Does it make sense? Okay, we're offering the ultimate Happy Meal here, and you're not offering the Happy Meal. Yes.
I just got a quick question. So when I get my loan officer ML license, so what does happen to us trying to access all the trainings you guys have on packed up inside for being a loan officer?
No. You just do it. If you're a realtor with Berkshire, then you just do Elite Mortgage.
Yeah, but there's none of the trainings available online which you can have a look or videos or anything to become a loan officer. I mean, like just after you're done with the license and everything.
No, we can help you with that. Just talk to me. We can
We
work
have
with
a lot
that.
of trainings, videos as well as in-person trainings and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're with Elite Mortgage, Robert can work it to where you can be involved
Yeah.
in any sort of packed up
Yeah.
training as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I have both. I own
Yeah,
both.
it's
Okay.
Packed up Yum's a nationwide.
Yeah, actually I talked to you about that and we were given no training as similar because you see if you have to come to the PAC WM, then we're gonna get a training. And
No,
actually,
I'll talk to you about it. For 2024, we're changing a little bit. We'll talk to you about that. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, training's not a bad thing. It's good to be well
Yeah.
versed in it.
Yeah.
PAC has, when we use UWM, PAC is different than we are.
What's that?
Go ahead. The difference between if you use UWM with PAC and then otherwise, we have to disclose everything, we're not correspondent with them.
Oh no. Yeah. We're
There's
correspondents.
differences. Yeah.
Elite's correspondent?
No,
sir.
No, PAC-WM, we're correspondent. My lender license is with PAC-WM, but we could figure out. You could be with either company, so we will work on that. All the specific
Yeah,
stuff we can
Pacific
talk
still
about.
has VR
Yeah, I had
licensing.
a builder come to me because I used to do their loans when I was for manager, mortgage manager in Berkshire, for Reach Your Homes. But I can't do it because we're not correspondent, they won't let me.
Okay, well then you can
Well, we have
switch
a
to
correspondent.
PWM. We have a
So you just have
correspondent.
to-
We're correspondents there with UWM actually. Okay.
Yes,
All right. So guys, all I'm trying to get at, and I can answer your questions. All I'm trying to get at is, hey, mortgage and real estate, 2024. Let's move into the next century. Incorporate your technology. Incorporate being able to do multiple things. It's going to really change your career because the real estate market is going to come back, and they're thinking this coming year is going to be the change. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, thank you guys, and my office is in the back left. Stop by, get a business card, chat with me. I'm always here, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
All right, thank you, Jacob. All right. So, final announcements before our time for our meeting is up. I'll go like 15 more minutes. I'd like everyone to get back in the office. You know, man, how many people are still afraid of catching COVID? I don't see any mask on today.
We were doing good for a little while.
You know, I have one mask. You know, but what I'm trying to say is guys, you know, there's nothing. You know, I know we don't like to get dressed up. I know we don't like to travel, okay? But I think for all of us, it's time to get back into the office, all right? I think it's time for all of us to get back in the office, all right? Please talk to Sam. about your cube space, desk space, whatever it is. But I'd like to get all of us back in the office. And the reason why is sometimes there's a level of focus and there's less distractions. You know, how many times have we got distracted when we're at home? Because it's been too easy for us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we put ourselves into a realtor mindset, a loan officer mindset. Because see, like if we're here anyways, then it's easy for us to say, man, we're here. You know, traffic's at 5. I'm going to stay here another hour. And you go jump right into your marketing center and you start doing email campaigns. You're here, you see another agent working on their marketing. You ask them, what's that? And it gives you an idea. You're here, an agent needs a co-agent. You're here, one of our top producers has a listing, a new listing, and they need someone to do an open house for the listing. You chat about it, boom, you do an open house and you get a sale. You know what I'm saying? Guys, get back to the office. Talk to Sam, he's our office manager here. He'll assign you a cube space. You know, get in and start sitting in here. Come in here 3, 4, or 5 days a week. Okay? Well, we welcome you back to our home. COVID is gone. Does it make sense?
You gotta take those signs down.
Yeah, take those signs down. You know,
Yeah.
mask required. We know mask not required anymore, okay? Indoors. The thing is that what I'm trying to tell everyone is that let's get back into the working from the office habit. Because when you're in the office environment, guess what happens for you? You get more focused. You talk to other people that are also trying to sell homes and do loans, okay? You bump into scenarios. You bump into opportunity. If you're around the opportunity is not gonna find you when you're in pajama at home. Make sense? But when you're here, it almost forces you to focus a little bit more, because since you made your way here, might as well do something productive as you're here. Does it make sense? So, welcome back to the office, please. All right? So I instructed Sam, if someone comes in a lot and someone has a desk and they never come in, it could be that I ask you, hey, can you let this person have your desk if you're not going to be using your desk, right? But what I'm trying to do is get in, okay? Get in. Okay, next one, a fun one. Next Wednesday, we have our annual Thanksgiving hot dish potluck.
Not next Wednesday.
Next
or
Wednesday,
Thursday?
the 15th. All right?
Okay.
Next Wednesday, the 15th at noon, we're doing a hot dish potluck. Just to announce, hot dish isn't a bag of chips or a bag of rolls. Okay? We'll have plenty of that, okay? We have plenty of that. A hot dish isn't buying a pie, you know, because the thing is that, you know what I'm making? I'm making my famous turkey that I have to salt brine for days, and I inject with butter, and I cook just right. I'm making my stuffing like I always do, my tuna casserole, my special handmade mashed potato, all those things I make by myself. My wife helps me the last few hours, but most of it I make because I like doing it. You know, and I make it every year. You guys have had my turkey, right? Most of you? Like it?
Oh, yeah.
So the thing is that I'm doing that just to show off what I like to do for Thanksgiving. So you know, we all have culture here. You know, try to bring something or make something that represents your culture. Now, Thanksgiving turkey is not necessarily a Vietnamese dish, okay? And I'm Vietnamese, but you know, I grew up here in America, and in general, the turkey is the American culture, so I'll do that. But maybe you do your culture, okay? And we all have a potluck together next Wednesday at noon, okay? Noon to 2. You're welcome to bring your family, all right? You know, and have great food and enjoy together, okay? So next week, everyone come. I know because of COVID, we haven't had a lot of events, but we have not missed one Thanksgiving event in 20-something years of our company, okay? So that's been a company tradition for 20-something years. And so try to make it next week. Feel free, bring your family, and we'll have some great food next week. And I'd love to see your family and meet them. Okay?
I'll bring Joan.
Yeah. So I'll see you next Wednesday at noon here. All right, for our Thanksgiving potluck. Okay, and last but not least, is something that I'm doing, and I'm asking if you guys do it. Is this, in the next few years, all of us are getting older. All of us are getting older.
Yeah.
You know, and so like my son Andrew, pretty soon, hopefully he's going to be working here, learning how the industry works. You know, I think in a couple of years my daughter will be here. You know, this has become a little bit of a family affair. You know, my sister-in-law Mimi's here, and you know, it's been a sort of like a family affair. You know, maybe for some of you, start introducing some of the people in your family to the industry. You know, it's a really good industry. If getting your mortgage license isn't something you don't want to do, get someone in your family to get their mortgage license. Get your children involved in the industry. You know, like I don't know how many people in here have their kids. Both of my gender sons are licensed with our company. You know, we have Anil, his son just joined our company. I have a lot of parents who have nephews and nieces, like Virgil, his niece and his nephew works for us. You know, turn this into a family fair. We've been a big family for so many years. We're like me and some of the agents in here. We've been like family for many years here. Okay, so turn this into a family affair. The benefit is they're part of your team. You get a benefit from that. You know, you get a benefit from that. Okay. Last but not least, I'm at that stage where I'm 30 years in the business, okay? And some of you have been in business longer than me, and some of you have been with me for a lot of those 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Hendrik, you've been with me for at least 20-something, right? You know, Josie, you've been with me for how many years now? 22 years, probably same with Praveen. That's how long we've worked together, you know, in the company. And it's...
Josie, you have to be longer.
I think you're longer than that. Maybe longer than that. She don't want to say. Okay.
No, because
She's not that old.
Yeah, Eloisa has been with me since '96. You know, so that's 28 years. Yeah.
I want to be sure and confirm, because on the voicemail that you sent, I just want to say the 14th, which is a Tuesday.
No. Wednesday the 15th is our Thanksgiving party. Okay.
There's a flyer on the front desk.
Yeah, there's a flyer right in front there too. So last but not least is that for those of you who ever thought of taking your business to the next level, we have an office within an office program in our company that allows you to grow a team here. If you ever want to get to that point where you really want to build a serious team in our company, this building is, my company is available for you to team up with me and really build it, you know, and you're building literally a brokerage within the company for your team and for your future. You know, the last statistic I want to give everyone is that I haven't produced since 2000. I was a top producer in our company, but I haven't produced myself since 2000, 24 years, okay? But the company, you know, has sustained my family for 24 years without me producing. You know, I could show you and help you do the same thing if that's something you're serious about. But you got to be serious about learning how to do that, okay? And I'm willing to teach you because I don't have that many years left of just really going at it. Does it make sense? So I'm willing to share with you my knowledge to be able to do that for those people who are serious about creating something for your family. See, when you produce, you give to your family today. You bring home the bread today. When the bread is eaten, the bread is gone. When you create a company within our company, okay, you're creating something not just for yourself today, you create it for your future. And you can pass it on to your kids one day. Does it make sense?
Mhm.
Getting involved in a Berkshire Hathaway, getting a big mortgage company like the way we do, takes 30 years and millions and millions and millions of dollars in investment. But since I've already done it, I'm leaving the opportunity for people who want to really build your own company within our company. I'm leaving that opportunity open for people who want to take it to that level. You know, the reason why I'm keeping it a family affair is one day my kids will take over the company, right? And I could pass it on to them. Why don't you create something with our company that one day you could pass on to your kids too? Does that make sense? That's the opportunity. It's called Office Within an Office, where I can team up with you, help you build your team, and share in the profits with you on what your team does for both loans and real estate. Okay? So those are some amazing things we're doing. Keep that in mind for 2024. I probably won't do another meeting like this until the beginning of next year. And I look forward to seeing all of you this coming Wednesday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, the 15th, for our hot dish potluck, okay?
Okay.
Get the rest of the pizza. Thank you, guys.
Let me see.
You know what Robert say about the loan? If you guys can pass the license, do it. The reason I don't do loan